What is up, people? Welcome back to another episode of my personal diary podcast. And today we're gonna learn how to not give a fuck about what other people think of you, because I think it's such an important skill to learn in life if you really want to achieve your goal and become the best version of yourself. Because in my experience, I used to live my life based on other people's advice, and honestly, the worst. It was the worst. I tried to I don't know, take advice from people who I wouldn't even switch place with. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like that one time. After high school, when I finished high school, I decided to take a gap year. Um, because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And I think that everyone should take a gap year, honestly, to just learn more about themselves, know what you like and know what you don't like. But anyway, and when I told my family that, when I told pretty much everyone around me that I was taking a gap year, everyone was not okay with my choice. Everyone told me that, oh no, you should maybe get into a school and learn a new thing and then get a new job. Like school is so important, but honestly, fuck this shit. I never liked school. I never like it just doesn't work for me. Okay, I have ADHD, so like going to school for 8 hours a day and just sitting in a desk for 8 hours a day, it's just not for me. Okay, and honestly, that's not what I wanted to do in life. Okay, I always wanted to be an influencer. I always wanted to create content online, and I always wanted to just inspire people on social media. And I remember when I started going more into that and focusing more into that, people again were not okay with my choice. Okay, like so many people tried to change my mind and tried to convince me that it's not worth, you're not going to be able to make money with that, you're not going to be able to just live your life just with making content on social media. And for a long time, I was scared because, when everyone is telling you that and it's literally your dream, it's just like, I don't know, it's just not so cool. And there was this one time that I was like, okay, maybe they're right. Maybe I should get into school and, get a good job and, to have a good paycheck. So I did that. I went to college, and then I dropped. I dropped off of the college after a month because, like I said, it wasn't for me. Like I just hated everything. Like I had to drive like 1 hour and a half just to go to school in the morning, sitting at a desk for 8 hours, learning things that I honestly don't give a fuck about. Okay, and it was honestly the worst time of my life because I was doing this only for the sake of other people, because other people was telling me that I need to go to school to make money and have a good job and I have a good life. But that's just not it, okay? That's just not what I wanted to do in life. And then I dropped off and started to focus more on social media and put more work into social media. And when I started making TikTok, when I started to post more on Instagram and make stories, people laughed at me so bad, and people were literally judging me because I was taking TikTok and Instagram seriously. Like, I'm not even kidding. I don't remember even one person that was supporting me through this. And it's really weird, okay? Because that's the moment I decided to not give a fuck about what other people think and what like what I really want to do in life. I'm going to do it no matter what people think. Okay? And no matter if people judge me, no matter if people do not agree with me, I'm going to do it no matter what. Okay? I'm not going to settle for less, and I'm not going to settle for something that's not going to make me happy. And it's weird. It's really weird because most of the time when you start making that decision and you start to doing things for yourself, you're not going to see a lot of people supporting you until you have some sort of success. Because now, I'm a full-time influencer. I have my business of coaching, and that's how I make my money. Like, I do not have a job. My job is barely like making TikTok, posting on Instagram, making my clients plans, and that's pretty much it. I create content, I do this podcast, and now that I have success, now people support me, and that's just so fucking weird to me, because you should support your friend, you should support your family, even if you maybe not agree with their choices, okay? If this is what makes you happy, you should do it. And I think it's important, like I said, if you really want to have a good life, you have a big dreams, you have a lot of goals, like nobody is going to support you, and you have to accept that, okay? You have to accept that and move on with your life, okay? And not give a fuck about people who do not agree with your choices. And I got tips for you guys to not give a fuck about what other people think. Things that I learned throughout my journey and throughout my life, even if I'm just 22 years old, maybe I need, I learned something because of that. So, first thing first, you need to remind yourself that this is literally your life. So why should other people make decision for you? This is your life. It's not theirs. They are making their own choices for their own lives. So why are you not doing that too? Do not let other people make choice and decision for you, and do not let people make decision on big moves like that. So if you have a career goal and people try to like change your mind, just remind yourself that it's not their life, it's yours. So do not go and take their advice and live a shitty life just to make them happy, because that doesn't make any sense. It's your life. You should make yourself happy. Another things I learned is that a lot of people, when I dropped off of school and I decided to put my time on social media, a lot of people were giving me advice on how I should not do that. And I was thinking about that, and it's people that I wouldn't even switch places with. Like, do not take advice of people you wouldn't switch place with. Okay? Only take advice from people that inspire you and that have more success than you. Always take advice from those kind of people, because the people that you wouldn't switch place with, if they give you advice, it's just not worth it, because they're not even doing what you want to do in life, and they are probably trying to bring you down because they are so insecure about themselves, because they are not going after their dreams. So listen to your guts, listen to yourself, and do not take shit from anyone, okay? Another things I learned and that helped me not give a fuck about what other people think is cutting off toxic people. And hear me out on this one, because maybe it's not gonna make sense, but if you always surround yourself with toxic people who try to bring you down and try to don't support you at all, it's gonna be really hard for you to not give a fuck about those things, because all you're gonna hear is those kind of advice that doesn't make sense. So surround yourself with people that make you feel good, people that support you no matter what choices you make in life, okay? Another things that I learned is that if you want to not give a fuck about what other people think, you need to get out of your comfort zone. And I say that a lot, but getting out of your comfort zone will really help you in so much things in life, because to not give a fuck about what other people think, you have to do things that you're not maybe willing to do because you're scared of what other people gonna think about you. You're scared of other people's judgment. So you really have to get out there and do things that maybe it's gonna be uncomfortable, maybe people are gonna judge you for it, but you just gotta do it. You just gotta do it, because if you're not doing it, you will never reach your dream life. You will never be at peace with yourself. Okay? One of the best tips that I learned on how to not give a fuck about what other people think is you have to know who you are. Because when you know who you are, you cannot let other people bring you down. Because you know who the fuck you are, you know your value, you know what you want to do in life, you know what you like, you know what you don't like, and you settle boundaries. When you know who you are, you settle boundaries. And when you have boundaries, it's so easy to not give a fuck, because if someone doesn't respect your boundaries, you don't give a fuck because you told them your boundaries. And if they're not okay with it, well, fuck them. Fuck them. And I think that the mindset that really helped me to not give a fuck is there's always gonna be someone who's gonna judge you no matter what you do. Perfection does not exist at all, okay? There's always gonna be someone somewhere who's gonna judge you. Like, you could be legit drinking water and there's someone who's gonna judge you no matter what. Like, for drinking fucking water. So why not do what the fuck you wanna do? And let people judge if they want. And if they judge, it's probably because they're jealous of you and because they are not willing to do what you're doing out there. So honestly, that's like the best thing that I learned about that. And that's pretty much it, I think, for today. I know I talked maybe a little bit fast today, but I was really hyped up about this kind of subject. I probably will be talking more about that and give you guys more tips about that, because I went on this episode with pretty much on the mindset, but there's a lot of things too that you can do on the daily life to not give a fuck about what other people think. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And if you guys could give me a 5-star review on Spotify, I would appreciate it so much, because I'm really working hard to give you guys good content and different content. It's really fun for me to do that. And I really hope that this episode helped you a little bit, at least. And don't be shy to give me your feedback. If you ever have any question, don't be shy to DM me on Instagram also. I would be more than happy to help you. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in another episode. Bye-bye.